I'm excited. You know what time it is? It's Photogenic Figures. Question mark time. Well, hello there, everybody. 'Tis I, Photo Dave, and this is Toypixx. And whether this is your first or 100th time on the channel, Toypixx is all about helping you and helping me get a whole lot better at our action figure photography. So if that sounds cool to you, go ahead and click that subscribe button while I explain Photogenic Figures, question mark. Now that question mark's there for a very important reason. The deal is, I'm looking back at the past week's toys, and looking at the toy news and what all's upcoming, all that good stuff, and deciding whether or not I think those figures are going to look good under the lights and in front of your lens. So that is what Photogenic Figures question mark is all about, and man, do I need to find a better way to say it than Photogenic Figures question mark. Yeah, let's just get to this. You know, I live in a part of the country where I don't have anything cool like vintage toy stores. There's nothing where I can walk up and down aisles and feel like I'm a kid again. Nothing like Toys R Us around here. I'm in the States. There's no Canada. There's no Toys R Us. There's nothing that makes me feel like a kid like getting on the Big Bad Toy Store homepage, which I do almost every day just to see what's out there, because as much as I love other channels, they don't always cover everything, and so sometimes I like to click on things to just see what's out there. And one of the things I came across on BBTS this past week were the Cyber Forest Fantasy Girls. Very twisted name, I know. I felt kind of dirty clicking on it, but hear me out. They're kids with huge mech suits on the back of them. So I thought, well, that's kind of a cool little juxtaposition there. But on top of that, I think they're cyborgs. I couldn't find anything about them. They might just be a toy line. They might not be, like, based on anything. But if you can kind of, like, rip apart their sides and there's just exoskeleton underneath. Like, they're almost like robots wearing a human skin with a huge robotic mech suit on the back of them. And just something like that. Ooh, there's so many crazy little combos there that you've got the cute kid with a huge mech, and then you've got the nightmare fuel of the cybernetic, you know, being able to take the skin off the sides and just kind of creepy, but kind of cool. I can imagine putting these in scenes and having them scare the crap out of your other action figures. I think that would be kind of cool. I know that look good under the lens, just seeing the photos that are on the shot, or on the website. Words can be tricky. But yeah, these things, definitely good for putting in front of the camera and putting them under the lights. Kind of the same thing. Next up, we have a representative from a line that is blocky, clunky, not something I really get into because the articulation is just too jerky. I'm just not a big fan of how the figures really feel. But you can't deny that they're sculpted well, even if proportions are a little off. Yes, friends, I'm talking the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Black Adam. Look at that thing. Where did that come from? Look at that face. You're not going to get a much better face from any line, much less McFarlane Toys. When's the last time that McFarlane Toys put together something, a portrait, that truly looks that much like the person it's supposed to look like? Ladies and gentlemen, he's going to look good under the lights because he's dressed in black. You know that that's always a prerequisite for just automatically cool. But look at that thing. I don't know about you, but I can smell what that figure's cooking. Next up is a figure that I feel compelled to talk about, even though it's a line that lost me long ago, and that is the Transformers masterpiece MG303 Yuki Kaze? I don't know, I may have butchered that pronunciation, but he's one of the train bots, he's one of the combiners, and I have to say, even though Masterpiece now isn't really for me, I can't deny how good these things look. Every time a new one's announced, I'm not gonna lie, I check them out, because I know that I'm not gonna buy them, but I also know that under the lights, somebody is gonna put these things together, and they're gonna be just incredible once they're combined. Not to mention, they are just pretty. I mean, Takara told me they do a good job with these Masterpiece figures, so I don't begrudge anybody for digging them, and therefore, I figured it was a good idea to showcase this thing, because it does look good. And now, we've got 2 figures from the G.I. Joe team's Hasbro Pulse livestream earlier in the week. And I don't need to guess if these things are going to look good under the lights, because the photographers that they're using make sure that their figures look good under the lights. And the first one we're going to talk about is Snake Eyes and Timber. I have to say, I'm tempted. And I thought for me, I would only ever need the Ninja and the Commando, and maybe if they made like a redo of the Pursuit of Cobra Snake Eyes, I might get that. I figured I was good to go. But I'm not gonna lie, even something as simple as that scarf has me tempted, but I'm not gonna do it. I did make that decision, because I already have Ninja Snake Eyes, I have Commando with Timber, and what I would end up doing with that set is try and sell the White Wolf on its own, and frankly, it's just more trouble than it's worth. But for those of you who are gonna get this set, I can't wait to see you taking pictures, because if you're half as good as what these things are, it's gonna look incredible, and I definitely want to see them fill up my Instagram feed. I said there were 2 of them, and I want to make sure that you can't make a liar out of me, so number 2 on the G.I. Joe classified stuff is this Sergeant Slaughter. Look at that! I talked about it a little bit when I talked about just the G.I. Joe livestream itself, but look at that! The detail in the shirt, the chin, the way the glasses can come off, the little tiny figure he comes with, the way that the photographer managed to capture Sarge, and all those intricacies is pretty remarkable. And when you look at that face, I mean, this guy, we know that G.I. Joe, the classified line, is a very nicely articulated line. I'm in love with the stinking line. I mean, as much as I fell out of love with Masterpiece, I was pulled in with Classified. I love this line. And to see that photographers can already do this with things that I'm not even sure were finalized figures, I can't wait to see what I can do. I can't wait to see what you can do with these, not to mention all the other stuff that they've announced. I feel like it's almost cheating to put classified figures on this list, because frankly, they all look good under the lights. And, yeah, that's all I got to say about that. And that's all I've got for this one, folks. Those were all the figures I saw in the past week that I thought would look good under the lights and in front of the lens. Comment below, let me know what figures you saw in this that you're tempted to pick up that you think look really good, and even more importantly, let me know what I might have missed, because like I say, I look at stuff, I want to find out what's cool out there, because I'm the sicko that's getting on websites trying to see what all I've missed, because I need help. But at least I'm willing to admit it, and chances are, you need help too. But that's it. So in the video description, I'm going to leave links to everything I talked about, including an affiliate link to today's surprise ridiculous thingy. Click on that, get a chuckle, and if you're already on Amazon and you need something, go ahead and order whatever it is to your heart's content. It really helps out the channel, and I appreciate it greatly. Just like I appreciate the fact that you guys are watching this stuff. It's huge for me. My goal is still to make it so that Toypixx is my single source of income going into the end of the year, and you're really helping me out get there. So appreciate it. Thanks again. Have fun. Happy snapping. See ya.